Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Bryce, Turf Program Director here at Real Turf Solutions. Today we're going to talk about a Tuesday tip over lawnmower blades and what's the importance of keeping those blades sharp. For most of you to know, that obviously here at Real Turf Solutions we do a lot of grass cutting. So for us, it's very important that we try to keep those blades sharpened, especially for us cutting 5 days a week. But you as a homeowner, it's a little bit different situation. Typically for y'all only cut your grass there at the house, and so you may do that once a week, or you may do that every 2 weeks, or you may do it once a month. Really totally up to you, your preference of doing that or your schedule. But you always want to make sure that when you're mowing the lawn that you're getting that nice clean cut. It's very important to have those blades sharp, not only for the actual appearance, but just for the grass's general health. Most people don't realize that when you cut your grass, everybody thinks, oh, they're spinning really fast, it should cut it. But that's not always the case. I mean, if you take something that's got an edge to it and you try to cut a piece of paper, obviously it's going to cut the paper pretty easily. If you take something that doesn't have an edge to it, you try to cut a piece of paper, it's not going to cut it very easily, and that's kind of the same thing for grass, no matter how hard you swing it. So you always want to make sure it's sharp, because rough cut on lawns tends to shred the grass blades, and what that does is that opens them up and makes them more susceptible to diseases. It actually helps the grass. It actually hurts the grass and where it dry out faster, especially in the heat, especially as we're getting closer to that time of the year now, and grass is starting to wake up from dormancy. So you really want to make sure that you have a nice clean edge, and you can do it simply by a bench grinder at your house. Maybe you have an angle grinder, maybe you have one that's handheld grinder. Either one of those options will work. But you always want to make sure you're safe when you're doing that. Wear eye protection and gloves, because when you start sharpening the blades, sparks and stuff fly everywhere. But if you don't want to do it for yourself, you always want to go down to your local place that sells lawnmowers. They'll be glad to do it. I know they do it for a service down there, and they'll charge you so much per blade, and that's always a great way to do it, because it takes kind of the stress out of it, or even take your lawnmower down there and have them do it all for you. But either way, it's very important that you focus on making sure the blades are sharpened. For us, we do it pretty much every 10 hours of our mowers, and that adds up quick. That's pretty much every other day, sometimes even once a day, pretty much we do it. Whereas for you as a homeowner, I would recommend doing it probably once a month. Once a month may be a little long, depending on how much grass you cut. If you have a smaller yard, then you may be able to do once a month, maybe a little longer. If you have a larger property and cut a lot of grass, you may want to do it once a month, maybe a little sooner. But either way, you want to make sure that you do this. Just keep the blades sharp, because you always want to look out for the overall health of your grass. And I can promise you that if you don't sharpen those blades, not only will the blades eventually wear out and not have anything you're cutting at all, but they'll also cause issues in your lawn. And then at that point, you may be having diseases, or the lawn may just start disappearing anyway. So if you have any questions or concerns, please give us a call. We're always here to help. And if you enjoy this YouTube video or Tuesday tip, please like or share. We're always thankful for your business.